The body doesn't understand how to interpret this rising glucose level in the blood, and so assumes that the problem is associated with insufficient amounts of insulin. The pancreas works overtime to drive insulin levels up into the stratosphere in the type 2 diabetic. Also an ironic twist, because we think of diabetes in general as being an insufficiency of insulin, and in the type 2 diabetic there is more often than not an excess of insulin. Insulin has a number of effects beyond just regulating blood sugar level into the cells. It's associated with a number of hormone functions, including the fight or flight mechanism and so on. It also becomes a trigger which suppresses the effect of its counterpart, glucagon, which is secondarily associated with the adrenal glands and damage there. Glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids all become involved. Eventually, even other hormone-secreting organs like the thyroid become entangled. And eventually, sometimes in women, the ovaries can become involved. It's a whole system disease. It's not just a matter of blood sugar and the damages associated with it. The triglycerides levels can rise when there is a metabolic disruption, but not only are the triglycerides rising because of the conversion of glucose into blood fats, but also because alternative tissues in the body are becoming metabolized as alternative sources of energy besides the glucose. In particular, muscle breakdown can result in an elevated triglyceride level, which is really very concerning. And then the type 2 diabetic, as we call them, becomes more like the type 1 diabetic, who eventually becomes incapable of secreting any insulin on their own. At that time, unfortunately, the only solution is for them to start injecting insulin.